Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. My name's Timmy, the Toy Time King, and we are back to a very old series that I've done on the channel. I think about two videos. It was best to worst competitively. Feel like it's time for me to go back to some of the old content that I used to do on the channel in 2017 because I feel like I've forgotten about does this set work and best to worst competitively because I do want to complete all the like regional types of Pokemon like pseudo legendaries, rodents, bugs, and yeah, whatever, guys. Because I've already done birds and I want to do Pico clones as well. And I really want you guys to see this series because I'm not done with it. I haven't forgotten about it. And if you guys have been waiting for another one, then yeah, I am here to deliver today. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more content. But anyways, this best to worst competitively will be about the regional bug Pokemon all the way from Kanto to Alola. So let's get started with the best regional bug type. Doesn't really matter what tier. And we got Scolipede, guys. I'm just gonna do the usual thing. Look at the stats, do the move set and whatnot, and explain on the way. So Scolipede has a very good ability in speed boost that I got from Dream World, which really made this mon better than it was in Gen 5. Because in Gen 5 it didn't have speed boost, it had quick feet, and even then quick feet was trash. And Scolipede only had a 90 attack at the time before Gen 6. So Scolipede was NU material, utter trash. But until it got speed boost and it got the buff to the attack, Scolipede has been a threat to OU ever since then. Right now, it's residing in borderline. Power creep has like diminished it a bit, but it's still a very strong mon if you give it the chance to let it sweep. So since it has speed boost to boost its speed, Swords Dance is very beneficial on Scolipede to make sure that it's doing lots of damage. You have Mega Horn, which really makes Scolipede a threat because a +2 Mega Horn and speed as well, just making sure you outspeed everything and you just do so much damage. The main Gen 7 set is Water Z Aqua Tail, just so you can hit ground mons easier like Landorus T. And there's really a good threat in OU and it's quite underrated considering the fact that it has 100 attack and 112 base speed. So at +2, nothing, and I mean nothing, is outspeeding this mon, to be honest. And like the speed boost really helps it out a lot. And obviously you got the max attack, max speed. 4 EVs don't really matter, and then you have Jolly to make sure it has the highest speed. And this mon is a really threat. And to be honest, I forgot about this mon until I thought about, I remembered Scolipede existed because I haven't played OU or UU in a long time. But anyways, on to the next one is Mega Beedrill. We're not going to talk about regular Beedrill because, that's PU material. Utter trash would be at the bottom of the list. But anyways, Mega Beedrill has the stats and it has the move pool to make it the second best on this list. Access to adaptability, boosting its stab by 2 instead of 1.5 makes this thing a huge threat, along with 150 attack. Game Freak were probably thinking what monster they were making when you give it 145 base speed, 150 attack with adaptability. Like it just does a lot of damage, and you don't even need like any other stronger bug stab. U-turn is enough for it to be doing lots of damage. Not gonna lie, 70 base power, but with adaptability boost, it doesn't matter if it's 70 base power or 60. It's still doing a lot of damage. You also got poison jab as well. Like this thing can beat Pheromons quite easily. And like it was OU material, but has dropped to UU, but it's still a very strong Pokemon nonetheless. Not going to lie, that speed tier is very valuable in UU, and the attack is just too good to let it die. To be honest, like it's just so strong and it's just better than the majority of the Pokemon on this list apart from Scolipede, just because Scolipede has speed boost to make it even faster and access to Swords Dance, even though they're the same typing. Like Scolipede is just slightly more bulkier, while Beedrill kind of like a glass cannon, because you see that 40 defense is not surviving a lot of physical attacks. So there's a glass cannon which does lots of damage and goes down quite quickly, but it's still very strong nonetheless. Now the next mon on this list is a few tiers down from Mega B Drill, and the rest of the mons on this list will be pretty much lower tier mons, NUPU material. But anyways, number third on the list, I said number third, number three on the list. Honestly, is better than the rest of them by a long mile, especially from the bottom of the list that we get further down into the list. We have Villian. Now, Villian gets a lot, not going to lie. Villian is a very good mon in NU, not going to lie. One of the best sweepers with access to compound eyes, which boosts accuracy. This guy can spam sleep powder for days. you have a 98% accuracy sleep powder, which is very, very good for the villain to, start sweeping. And it also has access to Hurricane, probably one of the best special flying moves in the game, and it gets stab on that. So it's very, very good attack. 110 base power with 91% accuracy. It's just very, very strong, and it's one of the best users of Quiver Dance. Volcarona is on the list because it's not regional, it's not counted as regional, but it is one of the best Quiver Dancers because you have 89 base speed and 90 base special attack. Really good, solid offensive stats here, and like the villain just does its job really well, to be honest. And yeah, it does a lot of damage. Now, just the cons about villain: very bad defenses. Not gonna lie, very, very bad defenses. It goes down to pretty much any strong hit, and being bug flying like the rest of the ones down on the list that we'll see later on. You know, 4 times weak to stealth rock doesn't help villain sweep either, but it's better than the majority of the mons below it by a long, long mile. Now, the one that got really close to the villain was Vicavolt, the latest addition into the regional bug team. Now, Vicavolt, I was going to say villain, sorry guys. Vicavolt has a whopping 145 base special attack. It does a lot of damage with its moves. And Bug Electrical Levitate is very, very solid. Not going to lie, it's very, very solid. Now, people in NU have decided to run a tank Vicavolt set because unfortunately, even with that 145 special attack we see here, it has very low speed, so it can't really be ran as a sweeper. But it does get what's that boosting move? I actually forgot what it was called. It's not rock polish. It's not rock polish. I'm trying to find it, guys. I'm so bad at this, honestly. But it has something to double its speed. How could I actually forget this? I'm so bad. It's not here. It's actually not here. No, 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 no. It's actually here. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find it because agility, agility. I'm so stupid. Sorry, guys. It actually gets agility, so you can actually run it as a sweeper, but it's preferred as a tank because it actually has a really good defensive, a solid defensive typing. Actually, Bug Electric is solid, and immunity to ground always helps out as well. And it gets roost, so it helps the tank build. It's helped out even more. They run very specific EVs. Not going to go into much depth about them because that's just NU knowledge that you guys might want to know later. But yeah, you have that EV spread, and I don't care what nature modest. And yeah, overall, Vicavolt is a very, very strong wall breaking NU tier, and like it's not bad, but it's just again, its speed lets it down. Like let's say it had like 80 base speed, this thing would not be in NU. I'm not lying to you, it will not be in NU. The agility set would actually be viable if it had 80 base speed. Not going to lie, it's 145 is not to be underestimated. But anyways, we're moving on to number 5 on the list, and we got Levani. Finally moving on to my main tier PU. Now this is where it's gonna get even more in depth, and like after Levani, it just gets downhill. But before it goes downhill and I start roasting Mons and how crap they are, Levani is still on the bright side of life. To be honest, I was about to type in Sticky Web as its item, not going to lie there. But anyways, Levani is run as a sticky web user, and it does its job pretty well in PU, not going to lie. Decent speed tier and solid attacking stat in 103. It can get its job done really well. It runs sticky web, leaf blade, bug and grass. Not the best defensive typing in the world, I'll tell you that for sure. But it's pretty solid in PU, to be honest. And yeah, you just run attack and speed and whatnot, jolly, whatever you want to run, to be honest. But unfortunately, again, suffers from stealth rock, 4 times weakness to both fire and flying, which doesn't help out at all. Due to the fact that Magmortar and Pyro are the best fire types in the tier, and they're quite common. So Levani goes down in one shot, but Focus Sash helps out a lot, which is pretty good. And you're using that as a lead, so it'll always get its job done, getting off sticky webs. And yeah, moving on to the trash of the trash. Like the next 4 of these mons are just utter terrible. Like my English is flopping today, but they're utterly terrible. Like it's so bad. Now, Butterfree, it was a hard decision to choose which of the next 4 would be first, but we have the Deadly 4. I'm going to call them the Deadly 4 because they're just utterly trash and they need help. They need utter help. And Butterfree is probably the best out of them, in my opinion, to be honest. Like, I don't think Dustox or anyone else below is better than Butterfree. But I find Butterfree to be quite underrated, to be honest, in PU. But again, like no one really looks at it because bug flying, 4 times weak to rock, and it doesn't help out as well. Another quiver dancer. A lot of these regional bug mons have quiver dance, and yeah, they're pretty decent as well. But let's look at the pros of Butterfree, guys. 90 special attack helps out a bit. 8 solid, not even solid, decent 80 base special defense and 70 base speed. So you have Quiver Dance to boost the special defense stat, which actually does help out a lot. Again, like it's just the worst Vivillon at this point. It's honestly just the worst Vivillon. Like you have compound eyes to like sure Butterfree gets compound eyes as well, but tinted lens is the preferred ability. You're doing even more resist you with your stab, to be honest. Yeah, it's just the worst Vivillon. Like Vivillon has better speed, might have the same special attack, but better speed and higher HP, but slightly worse special defense stat on Vivillon, but yeah, it's just better. It's just better. Why would you use Butterfree when there's Vivillon? Honestly, like I wouldn't say it's too bad, but it just fails in comparison to Vivillon, and it's just not even funny at this point. Number 7, we like honestly, guys, you must be able to tell that it was hard for me to do this because I had to put Dustox at number 7. That's how bad it was. Like Dustox again is a quiver dance user, not the best one. You see his stats and you just want to kill yourself. Honestly, 50 on the offensive stats. Like it doesn't matter how many boosts you're getting. A +2 quiver dance, +2 special attack. You're not doing any damage. I'm sorry, you're just not doing any damage. And like it has useless abilities to an extent. Like you get shield dust that you're not affected by secondary effects, and compound eyes not really useful abilities for Dustox, to be honest. Like honestly, like this thing could have better stats and a better ability, to be honest. Also, not sleep powder. Sorry, guys. Yeah, you have sludge bomb. Like poison stab is useful or unique, I would say, but that's all Dustox has going for it, to be honest. Like, is again very slow. Like these mons next on the list are just very slow, very poor stats in general, poor abilities, and like nothing's helping them out, to be honest. And that's all I have to say about Dustox, to be honest. Number 8, we have Beautifly, and if you thought Butterfree was a worse Vivillon, Beautifly is a worse Butterfree. So what does that make it compared to Vivillon? Utter trash. And I'll say that loudly again so you guys can hear me. Utter trash. And it's just so bad. There's something helping it. Like Swarm, it is useful when you're low, but you have Life Orb or any other item and it still doesn't do a lot of damage. And Rivalry is just it's just not competitively viable, to be honest. Like, sure, it has the higher special attack than both Vivillon and Butterfree, but again, speed doesn't help it. The fences doesn't help it. Like, it does slightly more damage, but as a slower Vivillon, like, you could argue Beautifly and Butterfree's place on the rankings, whether they should be swapped around. I don't really mind, but honestly, Beautifly is a worse freaking Butterfree, and that isn't showing a lot, to be honest. And like it's so bad that you have to run double dance on iron defense and quiver dance to actually be useful because your defense stat is so poor that nothing's helping it. Even our +2 defense, nothing's helping it. And again, bug flying type, 4 times weak to stealth rocks. If you're hit by stealth rocks, you're going down no matter what because you're at half health. But anyways, moving on to number 9, Ledian. Oh god, Ledian needs help. Ledian needs more help than Dustox and Beautifly and Butterfree, honestly. Ledian needs the most help. Honestly, like Ledian is used as a screen setup. Like honestly, as long as I've known this Pokemon to exist, I've just seen it either using reflect, light screen, whatever. It does set up screens, and that's all it does. It gets outclassed. Like carving outclasses it because of better typing. To be honest, sure they both have 4 times weaknesses to rock and steel respectively, but why would you want to use Ledian as a screen setup like when there's just better ones to do its job? And again, terrible, terrible, terrible stat distribution at that point. The only redeemable thing about Ledian is it's 110 base special defense, but even then, it's just poor. 55 HP just offsets that stat entirely with 50 defense. And at least it's faster than these two. It's faster than these two, but when it doesn't get quiver dance or anything to actually help it be an offensive threat, like it's just useless. Honestly, it's just utterly useless. And his move pool, like his offensive move pool is even that bad. I saw Ice Punch and it gets Iron Fist, but you see 50, you see 35 attack, and you're just crying because it's just wasted potential. Now we're moving on to the last one on the list, and it's Cricketune. Oh God, Cricketune, utterly and hopelessly outclassed by every single one on this list, even Ledian. I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys. Cricketune is shit. There's nothing helping that is shit. It gets outclassed by Levani as a sticky web setup. Like, why would you want to use Cricketune as a sticky web setup when there's Levani? Like, honestly, why use this one when there's Levani? It does its job better. Higher attack, higher speed, higher defenses. You might not have that secondary grass typing to be 4 times weak to fire and flying, but again, you're just useless. Cricketune is bad. It's just hopelessly bad, and like there's nothing helping Cricketune. Like, give it higher speed. Its defenses are just terrible. Like, there's nothing else I can say about this one except that it's just trash, and it will always be trash. And it's when I just start roasting the worst ones on the list, it just makes me feel sad because they could be better. They could be better, but they're just not, and they will never be better because Game Freak don't give a shit about them. And it's not like I'm fighting for rights or Cricketune, but Game Freak won't give it anything to help it. Honestly, they gave it sticky web, but that's all they could do, to be honest. And it still gets hopelessly outclassed by another one that's in the same tier, but even then is like a solid B rank mon in the viability rankings in PU. But anyways, that's all I have to say about Cricketune. Now, if you guys were wondering where mons like Wormadam and Mothim were, I'm just going off the list that I found on PokemonDatabase.net, and like Mothim and Wormadam were not there. I just saw Cricketot and I was like Cricketune, so yeah. But to be honest, if I was to place Mothim on the list, it would be at least between Beautifly and Dustox. Let's just take a quick look at Mothram real quick. Not is honorable mentions, but not really. But yeah, Mothram gets better off actually decent offensive stats and a decent speed. 66 is not decent, but compared to these lot, 66 is a huge ray of sunshine at that point. Same shitty defenses, but it gets better off than these lots. So I'd honestly say it's better than Butterfree or very close to Butterfree, but yeah, and I randomly disconnected from Showdown there for some reason. But yeah, anyways, and one Madame would just be at the same place as Ledian or Cricketune at that point. They're all trash at that point. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below if you guys did enjoy this video. I enjoy making this type of content. The next one will be the Pika clone video, guys. Like, I do want to talk about the Pika clones because overall they're all bad. But you have to choose which ones are better than the others, which it will be a very hard job for me, but I would like to talk about and share my opinions. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video yet again, guys. Check out my Twitter. Link will be down below in the description. We'll kind of tell you when I have a time frame for when I want to upload this, because I do want to go back to this type of content again when I just have discussion videos with you guys and share my opinions. But finally, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll always appreciate you guys watching. Keep the disconnect from Showdown there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.